Hi, I'm Sharia Coulter here with this week's Life and Liberty Brief. We begin this week with massive wins stacking up for a wide array of things that Christians care about, from the sanctity of life to protecting children from radical gender ideology. While Senate Democrats were voting against giving medical care to babies born alive in failed abortions, President Trump in his first week in office was signing a large number of executive orders, including one stating that it is the policy of the United States that there are only two genders, male and female, and one banning federal support for transgender procedures for children. Additionally, he has reinstated Mexico City policy to ensure American tax dollars do not fund abortions abroad, pardoned 23 pro-life advocates prosecuted for peacefully protesting outside of abortion clinics, and reinstated the Remain in Mexico policy as just one part of a comprehensive plan to secure the border and end the open flow of crime and drugs across U.S. borders. He also signed the Laken-Riley Act this week and began arresting and deporting criminals, including many convicted of sexual crimes against children. Regarding our armed forces, President Trump ended acceptance of transgender troops and pronoun usage in the military, ended DEI and CRT policies, and reinstated up to 8,000 service members wrongfully discharged for being unwilling to take the COVID vaccine. The articles we have linked in this week's brief take a look at several of these actions from the president this week. In addition to rejoining the International Geneva Consensus, which affirms that there is no inherent right to abortion, the president and vice president also spoke at the 52nd annual March for Life, President Trump by video and Vice President Vance in person, along with Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune. Vice President Vance had this to say in his remarks regarding the sanctity of life. Earlier this week, President Donald J. Trump stood in the Capitol Rotunda and took the oath of office, becoming not just the 45th, but now the 47th President of the United States. And I know all of you helped. With the inauguration on Monday, our country faces the return of the most pro-family, most pro-life American president of our lifetimes. In more good news, a federal case against Texas doctor Ethan Heim has been dropped just weeks before a trial was set to begin. The doctor came under fire from the Biden administration's Department of Justice for blowing the whistle on a hospital that was performing transgender surgeries on minors, despite saying that they had stopped those treatments in 2022 when the state of Texas deemed them to be a form of child abuse. From the Danbury Institute this week, we urge you to continue praying for the families grieving the loss of 67 people killed in a mid-air collision between a military helicopter and an American Airlines plane at Reagan National Airport this week. We were saddened to learn that there were no survivors from this tragic incident and continue to pray for the lives now permanently altered by the tragedy. With that, we thank you for taking the time to watch this week's Life and Liberty Brief.